The NBA, they're on their way. Starting tomorrow, Tuesday. Some of y'all may be listening today, Tuesday, who knows. But the first matchup in the NBA is about to be good because we got the New York Knicks playing the Boston Celtics at TD Garden. Then we got the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at Crypto Arena, formerly known as Staples Centers, the home of Kobe Bryant and Shaq and Kobe. Anyway, look, some quick predictions for opening night in the NBA because these games, I'm expecting some good games. I mean, a lot of people wanted this in the conference finals for the Knicks and the Celtics. This would have been great. First game, I don't want to put too much emphasis on the first game because obviously things are going to change. The dynamic of the team is going to change. The way they mesh together and the way they play together, all of that stuff is going to change down the line. People might even get traded when you look 6 months from now, or not 6 months, but like 6 weeks from now. People will probably even be traded. So who knows? But the one thing I will say you should focus on in this matchup between the Knicks and the Celtics is the fact that you got a new Knicks team. You got some new pieces on the Knicks team. And I'm interested to see how they match up against the Celtics because previously in the finals, we've seen the Celtics, and all through the playoffs, we've seen the Celtics really just bully their way all the way to the finals. I mean, you had Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford. They had some trees down there that was just really bullying everybody else. And then the guys were able to spread the floor because you got Jason Tatum, who's 7 foot, almost 6'9". Jaylen Brown, who's 6'9". You got a very lanky team, a long team who plays defense. So now that the Knicks have some pieces to help down low and they got health on their side, we know they were beat down and bruised at the end of the season. I think they'll probably pull off game one. It's going to be a battle here. It's definitely going to be tough because you're going into Boston playing this game. And I mean, hey, excited to see Jalen Brunson and see what he does. But above all, the Celtics, they got the crown in the East so far, man. I know everybody else is hyped up about what other teams in the East can do. You got the Paul George trade over in Philly. You got the Karl Anthony Towns trade going to New York. There's some hype over here, and I understand all of that. But at the end of the day, man, these guys in the Celtics, it's almost like they already got it figured out. It's almost like they finally figured it out and can make something happen. So I think if I had to go put some money down on it, not encouraging anybody to put money down on it, but this just shows that I'm serious about who I'm saying I believe in. I would go Celtics, but you know how sometimes it is after winning a championship. Maybe the Celtics already got bored after winning one championship. It looks like they've been having a lot of fun this offseason. So who knows? maybe they are going to come out sloppy and a little sluggish. Who knows? Meanwhile, Knicks got a whole chip on their shoulder, and they're ready for war. They got something to prove. They were close. They haven't been that close in so long. So, I mean, it's going to be a great game, but definitely got to check that out between the Knicks and the Celtics at Boston TD Garden. And then you got the Lakers and the Timberwolves here at Crypto Arena. I'm excited for this game because, man, Anthony Edwards, I've been saying it for some time now. Favorite young guy to watch. Out of all the young talent in the league, the Jason Tatum, John Morant, Devin Booker, you got so much young talent in the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo. This guy right here, Anthony Davis, he's another young talent too, but Anthony Edwards. There it is. Anthony Edwards. That's the guy who he's that guy, man. He's that guy. Anthony Edwards is him. And I love watching him over any of the young talent in the NBA, not dismissing any of that other talent because they're all great. But I think Anthony Edwards just has he got the it factor, man. He got the it factor, and explosive guy, can shoot, expanding his game. The IQ is there. He's getting better and better each week that we see him on the court. And each time we see him on the court, we see something new that say, damn, I didn't know he had that in his bag. So it's huge, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves, but I'm curious to see how this works out with the new picks up of Randall and DiVincenzo on their side. I believe it can help them in the long run because it adds a little more depth to that team. And then now you got DiVincenzo, who's a scrappy guy as well. So he's really going to give teams the business as well because you got lockdown defenders between Jaden McDaniels. You still got Anthony Edwards. You add DiVincenzo to the mix. Rudy Gobert playing some defense down low. Randall playing defense down low. Naz Reid. You got a lot of guys, and I'm not going to go here and play the name game with you. But I think at the end of the day, one of the things that should be understood and one of the things that is easily observed and could probably come to agreement with any group of people talking basketball, let's not even play around. They're going to beat the Lakers. They're going to beat the Lakers when they play the Lakers tomorrow night. They're going to win. Let's just be honest, bro. Lakers have been a joke. I'm sorry for all my Los Angeles Lakers fans. They've been a joke for the past few weeks and all offseason. They drafted LeBron and his son. I mean, we're happy to see Bronny James play with his dad. It's a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. But at the end of the day, they're not about to win no championship, bro. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. They ain't really made no serious moves that's going to propel them to the next level and show that they're an elite team in the Western Conference. I mean, they hired J.J. Redick as their head coach. His audition was a podcast with LeBron. Crazy. People joked about it, and it turned into a reality. Crazy. So, in that game with the Timberwolves and the Lakers, easily going for the Timberwolves to win that. I'm excited to watch Anthony Edwards play against LeBron. Of course, Anthony Davis making his way back out there. All of that stuff. Great game ahead of us. Wednesday night, we got some games too. I'll elaborate on all that stuff later. But yeah, man, I'm going to say this. I'll leave y'all on a positive note. And the positive note I'm going to leave y'all with is, just remember, man, anything can happen. As long as you give an effort and you trying to make this thing happen, you gotta look at some things and remind yourself anything can happen. Whatever you look at is a joke. Whether you see J.J. Redick being the head coach of the Lakers as a joke, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris running for president as a joke, that should just be motivation to you and reassurance to you. Your wildest dreams can happen. Because if they can do whatever the hell they doing, whether you think they're idiots or not, or the finest person in the world, don't matter. If you think any of those people are idiots, just remember, you can do it too, because you're smart at what you're doing and you've been putting in work at what you're doing. So just use that as internal motivation. It's like, keep dreaming wild, man. And hey, it can happen. You never know what can happen until you try. So I'll leave y'all with that. Other than that, hey, follow us on Instagram at The Run Podcast. Follow the personal page as well. I am Manny Wilson. All the social medias, The Run Podcast, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter is Podcast The Run. But hey, look, we got a guest coming on for y'all later on this week. I'm so excited for that. But anyway, stay tuned. Go ahead, send this to a cousin, a brother, an aunt, a nephew, a coworker, anybody you know who enjoys sports, especially if I talked about their podcast. And then don't forget to use the promo code The Run Podcast to save $20 off your first ticket purchase with SeatGeek. Can definitely help you out, especially if you're trying to go to some NFL games this year. Create that account, use the promo code The Run Podcast. Other than that, hey, look, man, we'll be back later on this week, and so on and so on and so on.